First of all, we have the Kingdom Global Housing Agency. Kingdom Global Housing Agency is going to be able to buy, build, and manage all housing related establishments and fund our real estate operations, also providing low-cost housing and also high-end housing. I already have designs for various estates, trial estates in Kenya, in 7 regions that we are going to do. We have an estate we are going to do, a city we are going to do in Taita. We have a city we are going to do in Kilifi. We are going to do a city in Nanyuki. We are going to do a city in Naivasha. We are also going to do a city in Kakamega area, which is tying Kisumu and Kakamega. There is a very big land available. We shall also do a city in the 7 Forks area of dams, in Embu, between Embu and Meru, and also Mbere constituencies and counties, so that we can be able to serve that region. The Kingdom Global Housing Agency is not going to be a standalone. It will be done in partnership and in a franchise to be able to co-opt the housing element in cities that we have selected. The Taita city, for instance, has got mining, industries, schools and hospitals that we are putting together. So this agency is going to run under our headquarter administration, which is going to be coordinated by the real estate department. Then we also have the Kingdom Health Agency. The Kingdom Health Agency is very timely, especially in this time of COVID. We have a master plan of 120 pages. You can see it in our website, about the strategic positioning of Kingdom Global Agency in handling and mitigation of COVID in the areas of economy, supporting in the vaccine issue, the governments and companies in support of vaccine. We have over 600 projects under this. Over 600 projects which are under this agency, and you can look at our website www.helpersofafrica.org. You are going to be able to see all these stipulated. I cannot be able to talk about them now. This is just an introduction, but I would like you to visit our website www.helpersofafrica.org. Under Kingdom Global Agency, you shall see the projects that are there. So doctors, we are going to employ a lot of doctors globally. In Kenya, nurses. We are going to own hospitals. We shall also support training of nurses and doctors, and also networking of these groups. And this is very, very important and crucial. So the doctors who are watching this, especially those from JBA and their networks, will be the first to be incorporated, and then we shall add to the other group. But we have opportunities, over 50,000 professional opportunities and over 100,000 slots. We shall have over 100,000 slots for volunteers who are also going to come in with special missions. So in this, we shall also, if you visit our website, you shall see also special projects like malaria, COVID response, HIV, and other diseases within communities and national level. We shall work with governments to be able to ensure that all these projects are carried out properly in the platforms of local government, county government, and national governments, and even community and also private sector. We thank God because there are several hospitals that are on sale, that we have already been given offers. We shall be able to own them and procure them under this agency, and also the Department of Health and Hospitals. We have an IT system that is already positioned, that we shall be able to through that system, be able to coordinate all the hospitals. All the hospitals we shall own will be coordinated from one center. Even the hospitals in Kenya, Tanzania, and Africa and the world. Beside this, we also have well-designed hospitals, new hospitals. We are, and also a health city. In our kingdom headquarter, 24,000 acres. We shall build a whole city, health city. Put one of the best modern hospitals in the world here in Kenya, our headquarter. Thank you so much, donors, for funding this and making funds available for this hospital, and also other hospitals we shall acquire in Kenya and also in Africa and other countries in the world. We are already positioned. We have a structure, very, very articulate structure. If you go to our website, you are going to see we have defined technically the roadmap towards acquisition of hospitals and also building of those hospitals and medical cities. We shall have medical cities all over Kenya, and also in those 7 cities in Kenya and also African countries. Thank you so much for your support. Please go through that and you'll be encouraged that we are positioned to be able to be good stewards of this fund. Also, we have the Kingdom Global Tourism and Wildlife Agency, whose work is to buy, build, and manage hotels, hospitality, and also promote the wildlife conservation. Kenya, especially the headquarter of Helpers of Africa, which is Kenya, its main income stream is agriculture and tourism and wildlife. Kenya has a very good history of being able to turn wildlife and hospitality into big economy. And using this model, we shall be able to replicate this model in other countries in Africa through this agency, which has got the very many projects, over 200 projects on conservancy. We have projects about conservancy, environmental issues. I've already talked to somebody who is managing over 24 conservancies. That will be our pilot project, where we shall fund the conservancy of these animals, as we also mitigate the issue of tribal challenges, creating pastures for wildlife, being able to mitigate wildlife and human conflict in various places, and also being able to plant trees in those conservancies and pasture, and also mitigate the conflicts that come because of pasture in that region. So God has got a great purpose and plan. Again, through our website under the Kenya Global Tourism and Wildlife Agency, you'll be able to see the projects that are in place, and also those that have got training in this area. There are many jobs opportunities. We shall also own our own conservancies. We have like 7 that are being sold. We shall own, and we shall also partner with those 24 conservancies, community conservancies, to be able to manage the conservancies in a very professional way. Now, this also goes in the issues of preservation of water catchment for wildlife, preserving endangered species. There are very many endangered species all over the world that are being affected. The rhino in Kenya project, the elephant, the birds that are being endangered. If you go to our website, you see all those we have listed, all the animals that are being threatened in the world. And we have segmented them in countries, the countries that are being affected by wildlife poaching and other areas. We shall be able to handle that. And thank you so much, donors, for your partnership in this area. It's a very sensitive area because most of the animals now are becoming extinct in the environments because of poaching. And we shall be able to support the conservancies in a big way. We shall be able to invest heavily under Kingdom Global Tourism Agency. with a director. All these agencies have got a director, a deputy director, and several managers of projects. Every project is going to have a project manager who is professionally qualified. Our interviews are going to be very intense of every global agency. Very, very intense place. So the wildlife is also going to be managed by people who are qualified. Not only wildlife, but all the other agencies. Our recruitment process is going to be very thorough. So we are also going to own hotels. Right now we have a chain of hotels that are on sale. We have over 100 hotels on sale. Within the coastal strip, we have 28 beach hotels on sale. Thank you so much, partners and donors, for your contribution, that we shall be able to buy these hotels one-off. All the way from Lamu to Diani, we have over 30 beach hotels on sale. And we already have, they have already given us acceptance. So we shall run them in a chain of hotels. We also have hotels within the conservancies. We have hotels within the conservancies, the campsites, the tent camps, lodges, and we have already registered the company to run and to manage them under Dreamland group of hotels for helpers. The Dreamland group of hotels will do it for the purpose of packaging the group of hotels. We also have Kingdom Global Smart Cities and Slum Upgrade Agency. This agency, global agency, is going to be dealing with slum upgrade. Kenya is one of the most developed countries, and the headquarters, the sitting platform for Helpers of Africa, Kingdom Global Bank. Unfortunately, we also have one of the biggest slums, the Kibera slum and others in Nairobi. If you look at our website, you are going to see over 100 projects under this agency, where we shall be upgrading slums, bringing electricity, water and sanitation to all these agencies, through these agencies. We are going to do pilot project in Kenya, then of course diversify to Africa and also to the world. Thank you so much, partners and donors, and also those that are coming on board as staff. This is going to be one of the greatest. Those of you who have ever had burden of helping people in the slums, you are going to. This is an opportunity for you, and we are going to employ thousands of people under this agency. For the specific projects, you can already check our website again at www.helpersofafrica.org and Kingdom Global Smart Cities. The issue of smart cities is also to upgrade some cities, infrastructure, that means road, electricity, water, sanitation, which is, all these are the projects that we have. You can visit our website for more. Then we also have Kingdom Global Disaster Response Agency. This agency is going to be is positioned and packaged to respond and raise funds for global disasters happening, and creating partnerships and collaborations with other disaster agencies to respond to disasters that are taking place. These disasters include drought, some of them collapsed buildings we have seen, sometimes terrorism has also brought issues where even in this country we have had places where, God forbid, where attacks have come from various places where buildings have collapsed because of terrorism, and others because of engineering challenges. So this disaster response is positioned. You are going to look at our strategic plan. Every agency here has got a strategic plan in our website, and you can be able to look at it, and we shall build more on beyond what we have already stated. So we shall be able to respond for health disasters, drought disasters, emergencies of maybe an accident, It can be an accident, God forbid, things like aircrafts, train, vehicles, and any other accident. And those of you who have skills in this area and partnerships, we can build partnerships and collaboration. We are going to have emergency tents, ambulances, response units, doctors, team of engineers who can respond to engineering emergencies. In this same disaster, management is not just immediate disaster, but it also addresses the continuity, the management. Like for droughts, besides taking water with tankers, we are going to dig wells. We are going to start, we have a program, and some of the projects include digging wells in remote areas, in cities, in partnership with the religious institutions and others. The other agency is Kingdom Global Gender Empowerment Agency, which is to empower all groups, men, women, youth, teens, and children. These are the genders. Many times whenever gender has been mentioned, we have been talking about women. But this agency is unique in itself because we are looking at the men empowerment, economically, social empowerment, social entrepreneurship for men, women, youth, children. Children will be able to be taken from school, developed through their career talents, through the education system, identification of talents. Women and men who are already mature, we shall do training for business that I've been doing. By the grace of God, we have trained through media and also direct seminars that we have funded for the last 30 years. Thousands and thousands of business people have been trained in our forum. We seek to do much more by providing loans, by providing microfinance, SME loans to empower, by identifying talents, sports talents, drama, beauty, all kinds of talents. I've already listed them in the website of all talent searching that will be done in the group of men. So through that, we are going to have also networking, dinners, sports event, team building for counties, national and continental. The other thing is also Kingdom Global Education Agencies. We are going to buy, build, and manage educational institutions related. Right now, as we speak, we have over 300 schools on sale as an entry point. Thank you so much, donors, for being able to give us this capacity to buy schools all over Kenya and also Africa. I also have unique designs of hospitals and schools. And in our headquarter, 24,000 acres headquarter, we shall have an education city. We shall have a health city. We shall have a charity city for orphans. We shall have a spiritual vitality city. We shall have sports and talents with stadiums that I'm going to elaborate. So for education, we have so many projects of education. We intend to begin in Kenya with the reviving of the milk project for Kenya. We had a project that was very successful, carried out by one of our former presidents, which was a nutrition project for schools. And we have been considering very highly. We shall liaise with government and to be able to restore such initiatives at a national level, and also schools like children homes and also other institutions that need nutrition to be able to support the education. Also, this education agency is going to deal with the issues of, and also the department, the education department and the agency. We have a department and we have the agency. The agency is going to deal with it in global platform. The department will deal with it at a level of a national level. We intend to be able to educate a lot of orphans. We have been able to support orphans here and children homes here and there with facilitation. But this time we want to seek to do it in a massive way, providing school uniforms, books, supporting schools that need facilities like computers, being able to support schools that need buses, especially where we realize they are needy. Others is to upgrade their facilities. We shall also own our own schools. Others we shall build from scratch. I have over 1,000 designs of schools ready. Actually together, the designs I have over 7,000. Hospitals, schools, hotels, cities, they are already ready now. As we are launching this fund, we are just ready to kick off, even with education. These schools will be procured, upgraded, renovated, repackaged. Some of them have closed because of COVID. So we shall buy them, repackage them, rebrand them, and others we shall keep them in two places, in two sectors, where some students are going to pay school fees, those that are the schools that are ongoing, and the other part is the students who need sponsorship, like orphans. We are going to sponsor them in our own schools. So we have a plan to buy off schools as an entry point, just like we are going to buy hotels, and also begin to build our own very unique schools, very good designs. Some of them you are going to see them after this documentary. You are going to see the designs of the schools, hospitals that we have already packaged. We are also going to have Kingdom Development Agency. We have Kingdom Development Agency is to fund and implement all development and infrastructure projects through loans, grants, and joint ventures. This will be done with individual institutions, local governments, county governments, and national governments through the infrastructure department, also in the head office. That is very important. So for you to know more about the development, check our website, you'll see. Then we have Kingdom Global Insurance Agency. There's going to be a lot of work of agencies and securing projects and cities. Like the cities we are going to build, we will all be insured under this agency. Thank you so much, donors, for making us able to give insurance to other projects. Like the African Insurance Agency and others, we shall join that group to be able to fund and give insurance and bank and guarantees to certain projects that we see feasible. So many people cannot access funding because their projects do not warrant insurance. Like the Taita city, we took long last year to get an insurance for $25 billion. And it took the investors 2 years, no, a whole year to get an insurance. Now we are going to secure such projects for people who need funding from banks and other institutions. That is what the Kingdom Global Agency, Insurance Agency will do. Together with our insurance department, also provide all insurances for all the vehicles. By the grace of God, through you donors, we have been able to plan to employ over 50,000 workers, professional workers. All these people will have vehicles, and over 100,000 volunteers. All these people, we are going to be able to have vehicles for them, and also buses for our projects. So this insurance agency will take care of that. Then we have Kingdom Global Environmental Agency. It is to initiate and manage all environmental, wildlife, and climate-related projects, funding through loans and grants. Now, most of these agencies have got an interconnection with each other. We have grouped them. The 37 agencies have been grouped in a way that they will work in divisions. Like the wildlife agency will work very closely with the environmental, because their areas of platforms are similar and in operations. So the Environment Agency has got so many projects, over 200 projects. You can look at our website and our icon there, Kingdom Environmental. So all of you who are experts in environment, those of you who have trained in environment, management, wildlife, and all this, that is your job opportunity. And also for the donors, we say thank you so much for your generosity that will enable us to plant billions of trees in this country and in Africa and also around the world. and also being able to conserve water, water catchment areas. We shall support water catchment areas in this country that are endangered. And as also we go to other countries, work with the ministries of environment in those countries. Now, all these agencies also, it's good to know, all these agencies will be working with government departments and ministries. The education agency will work with the Ministry of Education, Kenya, and other countries to be able to do some of their projects, because they also include governmental responsibilities, which can only be done with goodwill. And if you are also a government leader, a president, or a cabinet minister watching this documentary, it is good to know that all these are the areas we can partner. All these agencies have got a platform for us to partner with you. So environment has got over 200 projects. You can watch, you can visit our website and look at our icon. We also have Kingdom Global Food and Agriculture Agency. We are going to have to manage our own farms. We are going to own very many farms. Already we have quite many farms on sale in Kenya right now. Some of them are flower farms that have gone down because of COVID situation, and the owners cannot sustain them. There are so many on offer right now. We have fruit farms for food. We have coffee farms that are on sale, tea farms, cash crop and food crops. We shall own our own. Then we shall also support cooperatives that are dealing with food and agriculture across Kenya and Africa and the world. We shall also support machinery, agriculture machinery, plants, people who have got proposals to be able to build more agriculture related machinery, to take a franchise, for instance, to bring a franchise from China, from America, even you partners who are already in various sectors have already been informed your profiles are diverse. Some of you are in agriculture, some of you are in industries. If you desire to bring a franchise, maybe, or your friend's franchise here in Africa, we shall be able to work and partner together to make sure that this production of simple equipments, simple machinery, tools is availed, and those kind of productions will be done from Kenya and other countries. So that is the area of Kingdom Food and Agriculture Agency. Now, the purpose of also for this agency is to provide our own food for our disaster response, because we are going to be doing a lot of mitigation of food issues, supplying food to disaster-stricken areas. So we don't want to start buying all the time food. We want to have our own reserves, food security, warehouses. We shall also support governmental departments like cereal boards for collection of food, milk, meat projects, fish, and all these areas, and bring them together. So that is the purpose of that agency. Thank you so much, donors, because trillions of dollars have been raised for all these agencies to operate effectively. And we are beginning at a high notch because we are going to buy farms all over Africa and Kenya and the world and be able to produce food. And of course, with expatriates and all the strategic plans that are written in that website, on our website, you'll be able to see. Then we have Kingdom Global Aviation and Airline Agency. This agency is going to run an airline. First of all, we are going to have a model airline in Kenya. We have already registered Kingdom Airways, ready, structured, already registered. We have already consulted to begin a school, to support a school of aviation. This airline and aviation is also going to support other projects and global agencies that deal with airline mitigation of accidents, airline accidents, investigation agencies of airline accidents for safety, environment, meteorological departments, the meteorological departments that help in giving the weather the weather forecast for airlines. We shall support the meteorological departments under this. Aviation, we shall support aviation schools all over Kenya and the world and Africa. And God is going to bless us. Thank you so much again, partners, for helping us. We shall be able to launch, even through our airline department, one of the biggest airlines operating from Kenya to the globe. We have already done shopping for the airlines, and thank you also, partners, for the aircrafts you are donating. I was already informed by the project coordinator that some of you have already donated, I think total, I think over 10 aircrafts already donated to us. Some of them, this also airline is also going to run together with a disaster to manage the issues of airlines and responses. In Jesus' name. We have the Kingdom Global Shipping and Blue Economy Agency. This is to run cruise ships. We are going to run cruise and cargo ships, along with supporting and developing global shipping and blue economy through loans to shipping companies and also logistics companies in the world. Also working on safety, the shipping and marine work, also rehabilitation of beaches and cleaning up of beaches is part of it. Being able to conserve certain species of fish, and also being able to support the fishing companies, and to be able to support the authorities that are already working in various countries to make sure that it is done in ethical and logistical way. It is very important for you to understand that our scope is big. If you visit our website, Kingdom Global Shipping and Blue Economy Agency, you are going to see that we are going to have a very diverse approach, both dealing with the economic part, the socio-economic and socio-entrepreneurship that is involved with the shipping. Now, apart from running our own cruise ships, we shall run our own cruise ship and cargos that will also help us in a supply chain. When we procure things from other countries, we should be able to use our own ships to be able to deliver these cargos. That also bring down the costs of our operations. If you look at our agencies and our departments, they sort of help us to be in control of what is going to be happening in our organization, and that will be important, that we can be able to have control of our shipping. They are also going to work with the shipping and clearing and forwarding department to be able to clear cargos, and also support also shipping companies that need finances for the next level. Then also Kingdom Global Finance and Economic Agency. This one is to package and fund through loans financial institutions, central banks, organizations, regional development organizations, microfinances, SACCOs, will be able to provide financial services to governments and also to groups and individuals. So we will be able to package loans to finance institutions, and if you look at our website, we have more exposition on the same. And also the finance department is also going to take care of all our logistics. Then Kingdom Global Research and Innovation Agency, it is to initiate and manage all manner of research in all global fields and partner and fund innovation globally through grants and loans. If you look at the areas of innovation in our website, all these areas, agriculture, tourism, mining, sectors such as health, like now there is the innovation going on of COVID vaccine. I know it is, we already have some active vaccines, but we shall continue to fund such initiatives. So those researchers who are listening to me, this is a big platform for you to acquire jobs and to apply jobs under this agency. And also those of you who love research, in various fields, despite those that we have written in the website. Come up with your own area and a proposal. Those people, especially who have been writing research papers in universities and colleges, and you wrote a very good research paper that never had a funding, please present them to us for evaluation, feasibility, and funding, proposals for funding under this agency. So you are going to see all the sectors of agencies that we are funding and we are considering to innovate and research. Then Kingdom Global Humanitarian Agency, to support and engage global humanitarian work projects through loans, grants, joint ventures, and stakeholders. So any humanitarian project that has been packaged in a community or a village or a county or a national government, bring them to us. We shall be able to consider. We have already done a lot of humanitarian work personally, and through, of course, the church JBA, and also people like my wife have been involved a lot in agencies for children, homes, anything with that line of humanitarian work. Others have got projects to be able to preserve children and other things from disease and all these things. Anything considered humanitarian, please bring your proposals that we can be able to consider for funding and partnership. And we already have around 17 projects already written under that, and another 100 areas of funding and objectives that we seek to consider. Then we have Kingdom Global Trade and Investment Agency, to support and engage in global trade and investment process through loans, grants, joint ventures with stakeholders. We also intend to do a lot of trade support and also be able to support people who want to do trade and logistics. This also includes people who need funds to be able to supply goods, probably, or to import and export goods in supply chain. You have a guaranteed tender to supply, but you don't have funds. This is what this agency is all about. We will be able to do that and be able through this agency and also the department. We also have the Kingdom Global Industrial Development Agency. This one is focused only on industries. We have noted that industries are a big employer and also being able to supply consumer and industrial goods. So we are focused, and even right now, because of COVID, so many industries have threatened to close. So this agency work is to support global industry and manufacturing projects and processes through loans, grants, and joint ventures with stakeholders globally. Then we have Kingdom Global Mining and Oil Agency. This is to own. We are going to own, even through our mining department, we are going to own and operate oil fields, mining fields, to be able to mine. The biggest wealth in Africa is in the soil. One of our projects that we want to kickstart is in Turkana and also Taita. And we have done feasibility studies that trillions of dollars are locked in the soil, yet people here on earth are living in poverty. So we intend to make sure that this agency helps in joint ventures with landowners to do prospecting, to get licenses to bring machinery and markets for mines. This alone is able to sustain this project and sustain it for generations to come. Our geo-survey reports in our projects within just coast, Taita region, where we want to do the mining city, the geo-survey reveals over $70 billion of mineral wealth. That is enough to pay Kenya's debts and bring Kenya to a high level. Just one region. You can imagine, if we now finish industrial cities and mining work and support the ministries of mining in Kenya and Africa properly, in Congo, where trillions of dollars are locked up in the soil and people are thriving in poverty up here. So it is not good. The Bible says, God says, I'll give you treasures hidden in secret places that you may know I'm the Lord your God who gives you the power to make wealth. So the trillions in the soil, which is God's wealth, must be converted into tangible currency through this project and agency by prospecting, by owning concessions, by providing machinery, technology of mining, and also mineral markets. And this is going to be a revolution, even to sustain our fund, because this fund has been raised by good donors, but we have to sustain it through these projects. Some of them will be grants, others will be repayable loans. Like mining, of course, it's immediate value, so we will be able to get to recoup the money quite easily, because this one I'm an expert, like also other fields like industries and trade, but mining, I have done a lot of research in minerals in Africa, and value addition factories, industries will be set up through our agency in these areas as we work together. We also have Kingdom Global Orphans and Vulnerable Children, that is called OVC agency. This one is going to deal with orphans and vulnerable children. I know we have one agency that is dealing with gender empowerment, which has got children, but this one specifically is dealing with orphans. And we have specific projects, over 200 projects. 90 of them are dealing with especially the Department of Orphans, what it shall be doing. Registration, supporting children homes, orphanages, facilitation. If you go to our website, you'll be able to see the various projects that we will be learning about under orphans. We shall also build orphanages, and also rehabilitation centers to be able to deal with street children and all these groups. And through grants and loans, we shall also partner with existing stakeholders. We also have Kingdom Global Infrastructure Agency. Through loans and grants to governments and institutions and individuals and communities, we shall be able to fund technology projects, transport, road, air, rail, communication, energy, water, and sanitation. You can see our website. We have exposition even of the protocol, how to do how we carry it out a feasibility study up to the time we finish the projects. We have the protocol of funding. We also have the protocol of project execution. Proposal writing, that is my strength. Proposal writing and also vetting proposals. We will be able to see whether those infrastructure projects would be able to have an ILO, a good return on investment. We also have Kingdom Global Disability Agency. This is going to buy, build, and also manage disability centers and institutions, and support disability ministries within governments and also institutions. We also have Kingdom Global Sports and Talents Development Agencies. We are going to build stadiums, sport centers, and also the areas of sports. You can see all the areas of sporting that we have already identified to work with in our website. So if you have a private community project that has got issues of talents and sports for the youth, for communities and counties, please get in touch with us through this agency. You are going to get help in partnership and also joint ventures. We also intend to source for talents across from schools, from primary, secondary, colleges and universities. We shall support existing games that are going on in counties and national football, athletics, even Olympics at global level, World Cups for various disciplines, football, hockey, indoor games. Then we have Kingdom Supply, Global Supply Chain Agency. This will help, together with our procurement agency, we shall be able to procure the goods we need internally and also help in the supply chain. Then we have Kingdom Global Honor Agency to recognize and award and honor achievements in all spheres and sectors through monetary and honorarium rewards, through annual events and globally to motivate performance. Here in Kenya, we have honored spiritual homes, spiritual fathers and mothers. We intend now to have honors in various sectors. We have already over 70, already highlighted in our website. The sectors of sports, innovation, creativity, tourism, all these sectors we have. We'll also be having award initiatives for them. So if you also know people who have excelled properly in education or talents and other fields, we shall be doing honor events in various countries, which are going to be motivating and bringing appraisal to many. Then we also have Dr. Luke Foundation as an agency. We are going to build charity homes, empowerment programs and development centers and projects. You can also see the Dr. Luke Foundation agency, what we shall be doing, also involved in part ministry work. Then we have JBA Helpers of Africa agency, which is to do empowerment and development that is based on using the Helpers of Africa resources to empower people. Then we have JBA Global Good Samaritan Agency. This one will be dealing with charity across the ministerial platforms, as the Global Disaster Agency is dealing with other areas. We shall work on this to be able to empower the other agencies. Then we have Kingdom Global Water and Sanitation Agency to support global water and sanitation management within counties, within communities, and within nations. Then we have Kingdom Global Volunteer Agency, which is going to recruit, train, deploy, and facilitate volunteers to our operations, beginning with Kenya. We are hoping this year, by the grace of God, to be able to recruit 100,000 volunteers who are going to be equipped in various skills. And you can see over 200 areas of sectors of volunteers that we shall source, and we are sourcing to be able to implement our projects for volunteer, and also our project of maintaining volunteers, professional volunteers, humanitarian volunteers. We also have religious activity volunteers we are also going to deploy to children homes, institutions, medical. These volunteers will also respond to disasters. These volunteers will also help in cleaning of cities, planting trees in various counties and regions. So if you look at our website, we have the strategic way of recruitment, maintaining, and empowerment of volunteers. Before we do activities in certain cities, we shall be sending volunteers ahead to pave way. Others will be going to schools to paint, gardening, repairs of the furniture, repairs of computers. And some of them will be facilitated, others will just be volunteer based. Then we have Kingdom Global Peace and Conflict Resolution, to intervene on global conflicts involving nations and communities, offering sustainable peace resolutions for coexistence and development. So where there are conflicts, that's where our assignment is, to make sure that people exist well, and we using all kinds of diplomacies Through our diplomatic agency, we shall also deploy sports diplomacy to bring communities together. We are going to deploy what we call intertribal diplomacies, mitigation, goodwill ambassadors, to be able to talk to funding conferences, peace conferences, post-election violence summits, and all this. Then we have JBA Ministries and Missions Agency. This one is going to deal with all ministry and missions related work, including prayer, mobilization of missionaries to the world, and also coming up with various ways of evangelism. Then we have Kingdom Global Equal Justice Agency to advocate and invest in justice systems globally to ensure equal justice for all, implemented through volunteer and lawyers staff. We are going to have a consortium of many lawyers who can stand for people who cannot be able to access legal justice, and also package and also work with governments in constitution establishment and other areas to be sure that governments can be able to offer the right law for their citizens. Then Kingdom Global Leadership and Capacity Building is to build capacity in our organizational staff agencies, departments, along with education training forums in the communities and institutions in all sectors and spheres. All these departments, 77 departments, 37 agencies, will require a lot of training. The empowerment of men, youth, children, community, women, teenagers, will be doing seminars all over. And that is why we shall also acquire a lot of conferencing facilities, hotels, malls. We are acquiring all those together. Thank you, donors, for helping us to do this. And all this will help us to do capacity building. So trainers, motivational speakers, or who have been seeking for opportunities, this is your agency. So that you can be able to come and motivate children, careers, education, talents. You can see all the areas in our website that we seek to fund. Then we have Kingdom Global Job Creation and SME Agency to create jobs by acquiring institutions, corporations, industries or sectors that can create jobs along with SMEs, small and middle income generating sectors. So all these are very important. So SMEs, we shall fund SMEs through SACCOs, others directly through our department of SMEs. So welcome and may the Lord bless you. Those of you who are seeking for jobs, those of you who are seeking for opportunities, and also for the donors, we say thank you, because this is what we intend to do. In the first year, we intend to fund over 1 million SMEs in business. And may the Lord bless you for supporting this. Then we have Kingdom Global Diplomacy and Security Agency. Together with our Peace Building Agency, mediate on global security through diplomatic engagements across communities and nations, including mitigating economic wars. You are going to see so many types of diplomacies. This is a consortium where we are employing ambassadors. Those of you who have done international relations and who have been ambassadors before, maybe you finished your term. We are hiring and we are going to get very many ambassadors on board who are going to go ahead of us and also creating opportunities of partnership and fundraising to meet our donors. This is the team, our donors, diplomats who are going to be meeting with you to see how we can help you also in your mission. You have donated a lot in this fund. We also want to refresh you by helping you to get your place in Africa and other countries through our diplomacy agency. We have medical diplomacy, we have sport diplomacy, we have all kinds of diplomacies. We have written there over 70 levels of diplomacy. Then finally, we have Kingdom Global Entrepreneurship Agency. This is promoting entrepreneurship culture and training across schools, school leavers, business startups, and all this. So donors, partners, volunteers, potential staff, those are our 37 agencies that we are going to be offering jobs and also running various projects. I was looking at them in total. All the projects within our departments, all departments, they are getting to over 10,000 projects that we seek to do. So these are big opportunities for employment, big opportunities for partnership. And to you donors, you can see how structured we are. And you can be able to have confidence with the resources we are going to have. Finally, as I finish, so that you can see the documentary and also see our city and see our structure, I will just mention, because most of the things I've mentioned here, I just want to read our 77 departments. Now, for you to understand, for those of you who seek to do an interview with us, or you seek to partner with us, or you seek to recommend partners with us, this one will tell you how structured we are and how the departments are correlating with each other and agencies. So you can trust the structure. I know we have paid a big price. Personally, I paid a big price to write all these structures. Most of the work, I would say 99% of that work is me that has done. But later, through the strategic departments, we are going to employ more strategic directors to take over. So I just want to read. This one I'm just going to read, then ask you to visit our website. So we have the Office of the President, the President of the organization, very well structured with job descriptions, with the powers of the President defined. The same with the Office of the CEO and the Deputy President. We have also the Office of the CEO, the CEO of the Deputy CEO, and the Continental Supervisors, Africa, Asia, and others. We have the Supervisor Directors. We have Chief Group Finance Group Directors, Group Directors for Operations, Group Administration, Group Strategic Planning, Group Finance. All these are Group Directors. Then we have County Director Generals. Every country is going to have a Director General. And that Director General will be in charge to launch all these departments in those countries. So those of you who seek international jobs, this is your position also to be able to, as we grow this organization to other countries, we shall be able to flow together. We also have divisional directors and also departmental directors at the same time. Now we have business development and income development division that is going to take care of all our income generating projects. The way we have structured this organization is that one side we have charity, the other side we have income to sustain. For the donors who are listening to me, I would like to say this is very important. We are sustaining this fund with a structure. The charity fund will be sustained by the income side. So with the income side, we have facilities, we are buying malls, conference centers, stadiums, and real estate. Then we have mining and gas, income and departments. We have city development. We are going to build Kingdom Dream Cities. You are going to see, you're already seeing some of them already on my side right now being demonstrated. We have job creation. We are going to own a chain of companies, job creation industries and companies which are already registered. We have already registered 70. Actually 100, of around 100 are already registered. We have entrepreneurship. We have airline, I've said. We have health departments. We have education to run our schools, hospitals. We have industries. Then we have charity and humanitarian division and the environment and conservation. OVC department, we have disaster management department, headquarters. These are going to be headquarters. Then we have water and sanitation. We have care for the elderly, We have the school bursary department. We have food and agriculture department. We have welfare housing department for people who are vulnerable, who need housing. Then we have empowerment division. We have men empowerment department. We have women empowerment department, teens department, empowerment department. We have youth empowerment department, special needs department. This is also people dealing with disability. We have leaders and missionary welfare department. We have vocational center department. We have outreach and social division. We have events. We have management. We are going to be having so many events within our agencies and our departments. So we have a whole department dealing with events professionally. You can see the job descriptions of all these written in our website. We have special missions department. We have worship and prayer mobilization centers department. We have Christian, we have also leaders and welfare department. We have sports and talent development department that is also going to work with our talent and development sports agency. We have rehabilitation department. We have volunteers management department, which is also going to manage our agency for volunteers. Then we have finance operations. We have finance department. We have the Ufalme Capital, which is already registered to be a bank, organizational. We have administration and maintenance. You can see the job descriptions of all these: communication, media, public relations, travel and accommodation. We have information and technology. We have strategic management department. We have now on HR, we have the HR divisional operation office, employing over 50,000 people, professionals, and over 100,000 volunteers in phase 1. That requires a strong HR. So all of you who are in HR, these are opportunities: recruitment and placement, orientation and onboarding, payroll management, training and development, employee and industrial relations department. We have composition department. We have composition and benefits. Then we have general HR. Every institution, schools, hospital will have a general HR manager. And also every institution we shall own, because this is a big thing to run the welfare of employees. We are going to be very particular to recruit the right people. Very tough procedure, but good, so that we can get the right people. For me to be able to get these funds, I have done over 100 books for various departments. So those of you who are coming as directors and managers and also employees, we will require you to write a lot, so that we can also warrant that you are also capable. By the grace of God, I did a lot of writing for the donors to be able to entrust me with these funds. So those who are coming on board, we also have to show that you are able to articulate projects and proposals. So don't be scared about our HR plan. It's very nice, very good salaries, international package. You can see it there. We have the high-end top management. We have the mid-row and also support staff and volunteers. We have those three cadres, the professional group and all that together. Then we also have safety and security, legal division. We are very structured legally. You can see our legal department structure. Risk and compliance, you can see it. Internal audits, to make sure that the funds you donors have given are taken care of. So we have risks. We are not going to enter into any project or program without risk assessment. And the strategic group is also going to be dealing with that. Then we also have the central security investigation, to make sure that we have a strong central security and investigations department, and insurance. All our vehicles, buildings, cities will be insured. So the donors' money will be taken care of properly. We are not going to allow losses. But God's grace is the most supreme, is the supreme insurance. So we also seek the grace of God. That is why through the tithes of these projects, we are going to channel them again to ministry to make sure that the devourer does not come to claim vehicles and buildings and cities we are building, and also our houses we are acquiring, warehouses. They are safe in Jesus' name from fires and all those. But anyway, we shall also insure, just like cars are insured from accidents. That is the department. Then we have a supply chain division, we have procurement department, we have transport department, we have stores and warehousing because of the food for disaster, and also all the procurements of things from outside the country. And I would like to say this for us, especially those of us who are donors, because our project is going to have a very big procurement. It is in trillions of dollars as you have donated the funds. I would like to say this: if you are a producer, I know we have very many people in the industries. If you are a producer, please make sure you present your company's profile, so that before we begin to outsource from outside, the same people who have funded, we can be able to give you value, return on investment for what you have done. So please partner with us on that by presenting. Actually, in this donor presentation, we have a paper, feedback paper. We are asking you to write your industries and what you are involved in. Some of you are in manufacturing. We need to buy things from you because you have also invested in this organization, of course at competitive prices, so that we can be able to add value to you. So we are going to have stores and warehousing. Already we have over 100 warehouses already on sale all over in Mombasa, in Nairobi, former provincial headquarters, depots. As we ship things from other countries, we are going to have our own depots. Food, when we get food from our farms, we shall store them there so that we can distribute them for disaster. Very well planned. Then we have procurement, property procurement department. Their work is just to procure all the properties we need: hospitals, schools, houses for staff, vehicles, and everything that is needed. That is just their work. Then also staff housing and accommodation, very strong department, which is going to house all our staff. We intend in the next, once we launch in Kenya this year, by the grace of God, in 2 years, we also intend to build a lot of staff houses through the technology of 21-day housing, so that all our staff will be housed in our own organizational housing, including mobility of vehicles. And finally, to cut down costs on our construction, we are going to run our own quarries for sand harvesting, blocks, and also hardwares, where we procure goods in wholesale and we use them locally. And finally, we are also going to have a maintenance garage, computer garage, vehicle garage, machinery garage, so that the machines from all our schools are done in-house maintenance. By that, we are going to have control of our network, create jobs for the orphans that we are sponsoring, because most of them will be deployed in our industries during holidays and after school. So we are also creating jobs through our service network and the supply chain. So as good custodians, I would like to say this as I sum up, so that you can watch the last part of the documentary and our headquarter. You are going to watch our headquarter demarcations. I would like to say this: we are very faithful stewards. We have used our own money to do a lot. You can see this documentary. You see all these seminars we have done. We have used it with our own resources. So we are investors in humanity. We are investors in charity. We are investors in ministry. We are investors in community work. We have put in hundreds of millions in ministry, charity, and humanitarian work. So we can be entrusted now with your resource, with this structure. And I say this, I picked something, a quotation, very good quotation. You are going to see all our stewardship programs, accountability, audits, strategic management, departments and audits, and all how we are going to carry out. But as I finish, let me say this in this part. Then you can come, you see the city, and then you see the documentary. I would like to say this. A certain author said, when God gives you a seed, he expects you to be a good steward to plant it. When God plants it for you, he wants you to water. Now, when God waters for you, he expects you to prune it. When he prunes it for you, he expects you to harvest. And if he harvests for you, he expects you to store it. And if he stores it for you, he expects you to keep it safe and account for it. So those are the levels of project. Some of them are seeds, others we are planting, others we are watering, others we are pruning, others we are harvesting, others we are storing the harvest, others we are storing, and others we are keeping safe. And donors, especially donors who are listening to this documentary, I would like to say this. The funds that you have given sacrificially, which is a historic fund, are in the right hands. We shall account for every coin. We have already known how to bring down costs on what we do, and also account. For the staff who are coming on board, accountability and stewardship will be key. No misuse of a car, no misuse of a facility. Anybody coming on board and applying a job with us, you know, if you misuse any facility, a car, a vehicle, a machinery, equipment in an office meant that has been donated, that is going to attract a very big disciplinary work, either of replacing it or losing that opportunity. And we don't want people to lose jobs. We are a job creation and humanitarian organization. So those of you who are watching this documentary with a vying to be able to apply for jobs with us, the protocol is tough, but don't worry, you'll get there. Because we just want to make sure we have the right people first. And the right people, when they come, we train them properly. You have seen there we have over 100 subjects of onboarding that people will be trained on various areas. And then after that, when we recruit, we shall have monthly and quarterly training for staff. And of course, team building. Not tough, but it is good for stewardship, so that the investors' funds are never wasted. The donors have given historic money that has never been raised. It's one of the historic funds in the history of the world, with all humility to say. Thank you for trusting us with this fund. But we shall make sure we can take care of that seed and also multiply it and make sure it is well taken care of. And we can have value for money in procurement, very tough procurement procedures. You're going to see our procurement policy, audit policy, and also follow-up and risk policy and insurance and all this. So donors feel confident. Those of you who are listening to this documentary in verge of getting opportunities, I can tell you this is a big employment opportunity for expatriates, PhD people, consultants, people who are proposal writers. Especially, I would like the first phase will be people who are strategic managers, proposal writers, and also interpreters, managers, directors, staff in those three categories. Top management, we have technical staff, professionals, and we have support staff and volunteers. Those are the three levels of interview we shall carry. So visit our website, www.helpersofafrica.org. And now, in continuation from this, I would like to give you a presentation of our city headquarters, the various departments, the various segments of the city, the education city, the charity city. This is going to be our headquarter, Nairobi, for Helpers of Africa Kingdom Global Bank. Kenya is going to another level because of this project. I can assure you, all the prophecies that have been given for Kenya, that Kenya will be one of the top countries in the world's economy. This project is putting Kenya to that global level because of the funds, the procurement of lands, houses, hospitals, schools that will be done. For those of you who have got those things to be procured, in the website you are going to apply or log in the property you have and the due diligence procedure. 150 pages, don't get scared. Every property will be vetted for so that we don't lose money on properties that are not legit, so that the donors' money and God's money is well taken care of. That God has used the donors as avenues for funding, and we must take care of that fund. So the procurement of properties, if you have a house, a school, a hospital, a commercial building, a mall, or you know somebody with that, let them visit our website, let them go under the procurement icon, fill up all that, and God will bless us.